How Tyrese Maxey gets 1% better every day. 5 a.m. workouts, 190 shots before teammates arrive. 45 out of 50 three-pointers with no warm-up. I want to get in the gym before anybody. I have a mental advantage. From 21st pick to $204 million All-Star.
And at number 21, the pick is in Tyrese Maxey. And this is a player kind of like Cole Anthony that expected a little bit more of.
Tyrese Maxey doesn't just say he gets 1% better every day, he lives it. Today, we're breaking down exactly how Maxey does it. The routine, the mentality, the work no one sees. Let's get into it. What's up? This is Basketball RX.
Thanks so much. Congratulations on the big effort tonight.
All right, my man. You have some New Balance on next time I see you.
Well, they got to come from you.
All right.
Gives up.
And when you're struggling, it doesn't have to be pretty. It's just...
8 and Maxey's fired up.
Tyrese Maxey has a mantra, 1% better every day. That's not just a catchphrase, that's his life. While everyone else is sleeping, Maxey is in the gym at 5 a.m. While everyone else takes days off, Maxey is shooting 190 shots. While everyone else celebrates success, Maxey is studying film to find weaknesses. Today, we're going deep into Maxey's routine. The pre-sunrise workouts, the shooting drills, the mental edge, the work with trainer Drew Hanlon, and why the Sixers had to create the Tyrese rule to make him rest. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Let's jump in. Maxey's work ethic started young, and it came from his dad. The pre-sunrise workout. When Tyrese was in 10th grade, his dad, Tyrone Maxey, a basketball coach and trainer, woke him up before sunrise for a workout in Dallas. It was dark, nobody else was there, just father and son. Tyrese wasn't going as hard as his dad wanted, and Tyrone said, "Dude, this is when people are made. When no one's in the gym, the payoff." The very next day, Tyrese starred in a big high school game. The work immediately paid off. The lesson. That moment shaped Tyrese's entire mentality. Hard work in the dark equals success in the light. The routine begins. From that point on, Maxey started getting up early. Before school, before teammates, before coaches, he built a mental advantage. Tyrese said, "I want to get in the gym before anybody. I have a mental advantage." The philosophy. Maxey realized that if he worked when nobody was watching, he'd be better than everyone when it mattered. The foundation. His dad drilled him on technique inspired by Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, and coach Fred Hoiberg. Comprehensive daily workouts, ball handling, shooting, footwork, everything. By the time Maxey got to Kentucky, he was already built for this. When Maxey got to the NBA, the work ethic intensified. The morning schedule. Maxey arrives at the Sixers facility at 8 a.m. the morning after games, about 2 hours before any rotation players show up. But on non-game days, he's there even earlier. Sometimes 5 a.m., sometimes 6 a.m. Whatever time the gym's available, that's what time my first workout's gonna be. The 190-shot routine. 1. 50 close-range shots, layups, floaters, finishing around the rim. 2. 70 mid-range jumpers, pull-ups, fadeaways, off the dribble. 3. 70 three-pointers, spot-ups, off the dribble, coming off screens. That's 190 shots every single day before anyone else arrives. Game simulation. Maxey doesn't just shoot, he simulates game scenarios. Taking three-pointers off the dribble when the defender goes under the screen. Pull-up jumpers in transition. Catch and shoot threes coming off movement. Everything is game speed, game realistic. One-on-one with Spencer Rivers. Maxey plays one-on-one with player development coach Spencer Rivers, Doc Rivers' son, to work on his moves in live action. Low-minute games. Maxey plays low-minute games with other non-rotation players to maintain his cardiovascular endurance and stay game ready. The mental edge. Maxey knows that when he shows up to actual practice or games, he's already put in more work than anyone else. That's a mental advantage. Doc Rivers and the coaching staff noticed immediately. This wasn't normal. This was special. Maxey's work ethic was so extreme that the Sixers had to create a rule to make him stop. The text. Early in Maxey's rookie season, he texted Spencer Rivers asking about the next morning's workout. No response. So Maxey FaceTimed him. Rivers told him, "Stay away from the facility and rest." Maxey was confused. Rest? Why? The problem? Maxey was working too hard. He was in the gym every day, even on off days, even when his body needed recovery. The Tyrese rule. Doc Rivers created what he now calls the Tyrese rule. Mandatory days off for Tyrese Maxey to rest and recover. Danny Green, Maxey's veteran teammate, said, "Every time I'd go in there to get treatment early in the year, it was like, you've got to go home. Get off the floor. Why are you here?" The adjustment. Maxey had to learn to trust rest, to trust that his body needs recovery, to trust the plan from head athletic trainer Kevin Johnson, who Maxey calls the man with the plan, the balance. Now, if Maxey knows he should rest but still wants to feel a basketball, he works on less taxing skills like form shooting or free throws. The mindset shift. Maxey realized, you're probably not going to get in the game. You're not going to be sore from the night before. I always tried to be the first one in the gym, especially if I didn't play or I didn't play as much. It showed resilience, and it really trained my mind to know that I can do these things, that I can be successful at this level. Even when forced to rest, Maxey's mindset is, how can I get 1% better? Maxey works with one of the best trainers in the NBA, Drew Hanlen. Who is Drew Hanlen? Hanlen is the founder of Pure Sweat Basketball. His client list includes Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal, Zach LaVine, Andrew Wiggins, Tyrese Maxey. Hanlen is known for turning good players into stars. The off-season work. Every offseason, Maxey flies to work with Hanlen. They go deep on skill development, the 2-foot finishing. In summer 2024, Hanlen worked with Maxey on finishing off 2 feet instead of 1. This helps Maxey draw more fouls, pump fake, get defender in the air, finish through contact, more balance. Use his new muscle. Maxey bulked up. Hanlen told Maxey, just think you're playing one-on-one, but you have to finish off of 2. They worked on step backs, spin outs, and ways to bump defenders off to create space. The $1,000 challenge. Hanlen incentivized his assistant to play hard defense by telling Maxey, if you get blocked, you owe him $1,000. That's high-stakes practice. That's how you get better. The 45/53-point drill. In August 2024, Hanlen shared a video where Maxey walked into the gym, cold, no warm-up, and said, give me 3 practice shots, then I'll make 45 out of 50. He made all 3 practice shots. Then he made exactly 45 out of 50 three-pointers. Hanlen tweeted, elite NBA shooters don't miss in empty gyms. The improvement. Maxey shot 30.1% from 3 as a rookie. Now, he's at 38.1% for his career. That's 8 percentage points. That's work. Maxey doesn't just work on his body, he works on his mind. The film obsession. Maxey watches film constantly. Game film, practice film, opponent film. He's looking for defensive tendencies. Does the defender go under screens? Weaknesses in his own game, missed rotations, bad shots. New moves to add. Studying Kyrie, Steph, other elite guards. The coaching. Maxey works closely with Spencer Rivers, player development coach, Sam Cassell, assistant coach, former All-Star point guard, Drew Hanlen, skills trainer. Maxey calls working with them light but serious. They push him, but they make it fun. The self-critique. Maxey is his own biggest critic. After games, he reviews every possession. What did I do well? What can I improve? The playmaking growth. Early in his career, Maxey was just a scorer. Doc Rivers challenged him, be a playmaker and a scorer. Maxey studied film of Chris Paul, Steph Curry, and other elite point guards. How do they create for teammates? How do they run pick and roll? How do they read defenses? The result, Maxey went from 2.0 assists per game as a rookie to 6.6 assists per game now. That's elite growth. The defensive improvement. As a rookie, Maxey was the Sixers' worst defender by defensive rating. Doc Rivers said he has made just dramatic improvements on team defense, individual defense. How? Film study. Understanding rotations, learning when to help, when to stay home. Film study is where the 1% better happens mentally. Maxey's philosophy is simple. Every season, improve. The quote, Maxey said, every single season I come back, I'm trying to fine-tune my game and add something new, giving the opposing defenses something to worry about. Year 1. Can I play NBA minutes? Yes. Rookie. Year 2. Can I be a starter and shooter? Yes. 17.5 points per game, 42.7% from 3. Year 3. Can I be a number 2 option? Yes. 20.3 points per game. Year 4. Can I be an all-star? Yes. 25.9 points per game, most improved player. All-Star. Year 5 to 6. Can I be a number 1 option and franchise player? Yes. 28.3 points per game. Max contract. The process. Every offseason, Maxey identifies one thing to add. Year 2. Consistent 3-point shooting. Year 3. Mid-range game. Year 4. Playmaking. 6+ assists per game. Year 5. Finishing off 2 feet. Drawing fouls. Year 6. Even more consistency. Leadership, the 1%. Philosophy, Maxey doesn't try to become a superstar overnight. He improves 1% every single day. Over time, that compounds into massive growth. The resilience. When Maxey didn't play as a rookie, he didn't pout. He worked harder. When he got benched, he showed up at 5 a.m. the next day. The attitude. Maxey is always smiling, always positive. He won the Sportsmanship Award. Everyone loves playing with him. But don't mistake kindness for softness. Maxey is competitive. He wants to win, and he'll outwork everyone to do it. The mental edge. Maxey said, "It showed resilience, and it really trained my mind to know that I can do these things, that I can be successful at this level." The work in the dark builds confidence in the light. So what are the results of all this work? The stats. Rookie, 8.0 points per game, 2.0 assists per game. Year 6, 28.3 points per game, 6.6 assists per game. That's 20.3 PPG improvement in 5 years. Insane. The accolades. All-Star 2024. Most Improved Player 2024. Sportsmanship Award 2024. $204 million. Max Contract 2024. 4-time Eastern Conference Player of the Week. The shooting improvement. Rookie, 30.1% from 3. Career, 38.1% from 3. Peak, 42.7% from 3. Year 2, post-All-Star break. That's 8+ percentage points improvement. That's 190 shots per day paying off. The playoff performances. 46 points in an elimination game versus Knicks 2024. 29.8 points per game in a playoff series. The consistency, no down years, just steady, year-over-year improvement. The reputation. Around the NBA, Maxey is known as one of the hardest workers in the league. Coaches, teammates, opponents, everyone respects his grind. The future. Maxey is 25 years old. He's still getting better. Future MVP candidate. Future champion. It's all possible. The 1% compound effect. 1% better per day equals 365% better per year. Over 6 years, that compounds into becoming an all-star. That's the power of 1% better every day. So how does Tyrese Maxey get 1% better every day? The reality, Maxey's 1% better philosophy works from 21st pick to all-star, from 8.0 points per game to 28.3 points per game, from bench player to $204 million franchise player. The inspiration, if you want to be great, you can't just say it, you have to do it. Every single day, 1% better, no days off, no excuses. That's how Tyrese Maxey became the real deal. So that's how Tyrese Maxey gets 1% better every day. 5 a.m. workouts, 190 shots before teammates arrive, 45 out of 53s with no warm-up, work with Drew Hanlon, film study. The Tyrese rule because he worked too hard, adding one new skill every year. This is when people are made, when no one's in the gym, from 8.0 points per game to 28.3 points per game. From 21st pick to $204 million all-star, the 1% philosophy works. But what do you think? Can you apply the 1% better philosophy to your game? What's one thing you can improve today? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We break down the work ethic of NBA stars every week. This is Basketball RX, and we'll see you in the next one.